Hey agents, this just in. Ubisoft will be dropping the Year 6 Season 3.1 patch on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. While it's not bringing any new content, it does tackle a long list of frustrating bugs and broken mechanics. If you've been dealing with glitchy NPCs, disappearing modifiers, or UI annoyances, this update might make things a little smoother. Let's break down what's been fixed and see if it actually improves the game. One of the biggest issues players have been dealing with is how some modifiers just didn't work properly. The Frenzy Hostile modifier, for example, would either not activate at all or shut off as soon as an NPC spawned. That's supposedly been fixed, along with a problem where certain enemies and objects became annoyingly tough to destroy. If you've ever struggled with Black Tusk mini-tanks, warhounds, quadcopters, or rogue agent skills because of the Frenzy modifier, those fights should feel more balanced now. Ubisoft also fixed the overclocked projector modifier's range, which was incorrectly set to 40 meters instead of 20, and made sure the tactical supremacy buff can't stack infinitely just by landing continuous headshots. For those grinding through the seasonal journey, a few frustrating progress tracking bugs have been addressed. Previously, any progress toward current journey objectives would sometimes get applied to unfinished missions from past weeks instead. That should no longer be an issue, and objectives like restore 100,000 armor via critical recovery will now properly track your progress. The misleading description in Journey Mission 7 has also been corrected, and players should no longer see completed journey missions reappearing as if they were unfinished. Scout objectives have been tweaked as well. Many players were struggling with the Week 3 requirement to take down Black Tusk enemies simply because they weren't spawning consistently in the required named zone. To make things easier, Ubisoft has changed the enemy faction from Black Tusk to Hyenas, which should mean less waiting around for the right enemies to show up. Legacy Manhunt missions also got some attention. If you've ever noticed that NPCs completely lost interest in fighting when you return to the lever room in the Space Administration HQ mission, that's now been fixed. They'll stay aggressive instead of randomly going passive mid-fight. The UI has been cleaned up in a few areas as well. The events timeline now correctly displays all events instead of just global events. Players who try to buy the Season Pass should no longer be redirected to the wrong bundle, which was a confusing and unnecessary hassle. Another long-standing issue where the first perk wouldn't unlock after completing the tutorial has also been addressed. On top of that, multiple skill-related passive modifiers now properly highlight their descriptions, making it easier to see exactly what they do. Vanity items haven't been ignored either. The Celebration backpack now correctly displays your character's level, and the Crime Vest preview should finally work as intended. Ubisoft has also worked on fixing multiple clipping issues, so things like scarves, masks, and backpacks should no longer awkwardly cut through each other. If you've ever noticed the Shiny Monkey Gear brand backpacks looking like they had stretched out straps or the 8-Bit Hearts hoodie clipping through shirts, those problems should be resolved as well. Beyond that, there are a few general fixes to XP tracking and Dark Zone rewards. Season Pass XP and Conflict XP events should now actually grant extra XP if you've already reached level 100 in the Season Pass or Conflict. Dark Zone supply drops and bounties weren't properly rewarding Season Pass XP before, but that's been corrected. There was also an issue where True Suns bounties from LWS activities were always spawning in Constitution Hall, making things a little too predictable. Ubisoft says that's been fixed as well. And if you noticed every player category being labeled as Clan in the Countdown and Raid social menu, that should no longer be the case. Overall, this patch is all about refining the existing experience rather than adding anything new. The biggest takeaways are that modifiers should function more reliably, progression tracking in seasonal journeys should be smoother, and some long-standing UI issues have finally been addressed. There are also plenty of small but welcome changes that should improve the overall quality of life. What do you think? Will this patch improve your experience, Or is it just a band-aid on deeper issues? Let's talk about it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to ManaWar Gaming for the latest on The Division 2.